Hello everyone, it's Monster Train. We're going to play as the Stygian Guard with a random ally. Just have a nice chill, a cool run, see what happens. So, we can reform units. I like that as a mechanic in general. We've got helical crystals for damage spells, and we've got some offering spells that can sap things. Tempering strength. So, melting remnant. Let's see. Can't take volatile gauge. Or can I? And then I fill the deck with offering spells and they get randomized costs, so I might just be able to play them regardless. But then how do I discard them if I do want to play them with offering? If I'm ever going to take volatile gauge, it's probably with a Stygian offering run, but no, we'll go for the cleansing wars. You can't go wrong with it. Now, Frostbite 10 is a boss killer if you're behind a tank, but it's not a floor killer. Dregs. No way to discard my offering card yet. But I do have the reform units. Let's rely on the dregs to clear the main fights. The ones pre-boss fight. Enemy units appear on each floor, so 4 of them on the top floor will wipe out a bunch of dregs, but I've got frozen lances. Let's go for it. Let's see, some of them have their rage cleansed as well, that's very nice indeed. So where do we play things? Maybe. And then we can't really play Tethys anywhere unless we also put him on the top floor. Why not? Why not? Now, let's see, how am I going to get rid of that collector? 3113 is 8. But if I play helical crystals, we're down to 4. And then 2 dregs. 1 dies. I think that collector's lost. More dregs up here. Helical, yeah. More dregs. I mean, I may as well thin out the numbers where I can. So, let's see. Now I can start reforming things. Let's bring back some Dreg boys. I mean, both of those are dead. Oh yeah, because that Dreg's not dying yet. Let's see, 8 damage again. It's always 8 damage. That's fine though. Run Train Stewards out of the deck anyway. Alright, here comes the boss. He's putting Scourges in my deck. Do want rid of that Train Steward. No, it doesn't really matter which of those I play. Let's see, Tethys survives. I forgot to put anyone in front of Tethys. So, let's do that probably. I think I'll keep reforming these guys. They've already got burnout themselves built in. Lovely, that's probably the kill. That's the kill. That's just 50 damage from the lords. Interesting. Let's see where we go with this deck. More Frostbite. That's gilded, by the way, because I managed to pick it up randomly in a run I did with one of the other common clans off camera. I got an event that picked it up. Spell weakness, more helical crystals. I think I'll skip all of that for now. It's early. Do I take a subsuming blade? Why would I not? That makes me think we want a Merchant of Magic. There it is, hold over. Subsuming blade. It's just too good to turn down. Make it cheaper. Lovely. Now, do we re-roll? See what we get. Permafrost. Might want permafrost. Helical crystals? No. Reform? No. But making reforms cheaper might be nice. We're going to try and include our allied clan rather than just bring them along for the ride. Now, let's have a look. Spikes 3. I don't mind things dying, so I'm reforming them anyway. Is that a sweeper? That's a sweeper. That's bad news for old Tethys. Spikes 3. Let's do it. We've got subsuming blade. We should be able to wipe a few things out before we have to hit them. No, that kills the frontliner. You are granting spikes. So why have you got 2 spikes? Oh, did your... Yeah, the buff got cleansed. I keep forgetting about that. This will happen a lot. Now, do we play Tethys on the ground floor? He's going to die the first time the boss swings it. So let's play everything on the ground floor. There's my blade. I'll take you out with the blade. 2 on the left. No units left yet to reform. But a couple die this turn, lovely. Do I keep them in for now? Keep them in the deck? Go through another shuffle? I don't want to lose them all before I get to the boss. Although they're all going to get swept anyway, everyone's getting swept. It's a nightmare. Just to boost that. Now what? Now what do we do? 11 damage. It's getting there. Bring back a drag. And play said drag. And 5 damage to the boss. Well, helical crystals is nice. Bring back another drag, or bring back Tethys. He survives a hit and he does apply Frostbite 10. Interesting. The Reformed Champion. And then we bring him back again. This time he's got Burnout 2. And that's probably the kill, actually. Well, now. May as well bring that back just for the fun of it. So yeah, Frostbite does the job. Wow. Yeah, Siren's not Pyrebound. So that just clears the top floor of whatever's on it, basically. Because if Days 3 isn't enough to kill, something's horribly wrong. I quite like it. It might benefit from permafrost, as a lot of Stygian cards tend to. Let's give it a spin. Now, do we restore 10 health and apply burnout 2 to friendly units? Or do we buff them with attack damage? Well, it's still only dregs we're looking at. We'll worry about buffing the ones we've actually got a half decent burnout unit, because we might not even get one. What might I duplicate here? Subsuming Blade? Can't be bad to have 2 of those every turn. Can it? Let's find out. Now, Guard of the Unnamed, that might be the tank we need to keep Tethys alive. So we'll take it. Ember deposits. Calcified Ember now. Get upgraded versions later that give you energy and card draw. But you have to go through like 2 fights with them in your deck, clunking things up. Or +1 Ember per turn for every 2 blight cards in your deck, plus 2 Vengeful Shards. But you get 1 Ember per turn, so every time you draw one you can basically play it and it's not costing you any additional Ember. And it's early in the run, we might get more blight cards later in the run. Just for once, we'll take it. Daedalus. We've got Calcified Embers in our deck, and you have got Explosive Sigil, that's fine. Now, where do we set up? Bottom floor, Guard, Tethys, Frozen Lance. And everything's dead. We may as well keep the train stewards alive for now rather than just throwing them straight into a bomb. Here comes a bomb. No units to reform? He's only got 5 HP, I need more spells. What if we put Dregs in? He still dies. What if we also reform? He's still dying. But we've got plenty of Ember, so we'll sap everything. And now most of our units are staying alive. Lovely. Yeah, sap is powerful. I'd like to build a sap deck at some point. Of course I get it this turn. Let's bring back a drag. We're finally getting our blades. Now, Helical Crystal clears that floor. But if I play it down here, we get more armor. And we'll probably get a lance, but then Pyre takes 1 damage. I'd like more armor, just to survive a few more turns against Daedalus when he finally comes along. So yeah, that guy we can take out any number of ways. No reason not to blade there. Now, Helical Crystals. And then, yeah, we just want armor there. As much as we can get, really. These dregs are actually holding up quite nicely as frontline blockers. Now, that's the kill. Final wave, so let's see, he's not dead yet, but we've got spells to play. And there we go, it's gone up from 205 to 280. Form a drag, the bigger one we've got. Playing this should be enough. Yes. But we'll play a Frozen Lance anyway, just for a bit more damage. And then that Frostbite damage keeps going up every time. 45 damage, 54 damage. Well, 55 because it ticked and then dropped. But the main thing is boss die. Discard your hand, draw 5, so it's kind of worthwhile if you've got lots of offering, hence the name. Bounty Stalker though, when it dies, it gains +10 permanently. It dies, we reform it, it gains burnout, it dies again, we keep reforming it, it keeps dying. Could be fun. Now, friendly burnout units gain rage 2. We're not really that burnt out yet. And can't gain rage 1. No. Card draw. It's usually card draw with the Stygian Guard. Ember doesn't seem to be a problem. Capacity is not usually a problem because of their diddy little creatures. So let's see. Gain a remnant unit. So what are we looking at? Ground floor maybe. Tethys. Guard. And then an assortment of dregs. Or do I add Bounty Stalker to the ground floor? And then that's 5, and then just play a bunch of dregs on the other floor with what? Not a lot. Inspire me. Paraffin Thug. That could sit behind the dregs, or Wickless Baron could kind of tank the for the dregs, but then they're not dying as quick if they're behind him. I do like Paraffin Thug. Do I give Paraffin Thug a large stone? That solves the problem of his little butt. And then he sits at the back of the top floor. Dregs do a bit of jump blocking for him, perhaps. No, multi-strike would have been nice, but does giving him quick benefit me. Upgrade a unit with burnout 1, +5/+5. It's going to start dying straight away. Now if I could give it endless just in case I don't get a reform. But then if I do get a reform, endless would actually be better, because then it keeps coming back with burnout 1. Maybe we'll hold out for an endless. Does anything need +10 to its attack? Paraffin Thug. If I get multi-strike, I'll give that to Paraffin Thug. If I get endless, I'll give it to Bounty Stalker. So I want to reserve their upgrade slots. I should just stay on this. So Guardian of the Unknown doesn't really need an upgrade, so let's purge some train stewards. Because that's always a good idea. Let's purge 2 for now. Let's upgrade the champ. So, Frostbite 20, even more killy of the boss, or cheaper damage spells. Now that's kind of useful now because we've got the 2 helical crystals, Guard of the Unknown's got encamped and is on the same floor. We've got the 2 subsuming blades, become cheaper, Frozen Lances all become cheaper. I think Frostbite 10 is still enough to put a good dent in most of the bosses. That's Scourges. Heaven's Seal, it's always the worst. Are we killing anything on upper floors? Yeah, we are. It's very difficult to take that. most of the time. Mostly. No. That was probably silly, but Paraffin Thug is big enough to stand up, given as I've just foolishly played that, without having another creature to tank for me. Although, now we don't need a tank, per se. Yeah, let's just get rid of everything. Of course that goes up to the top floor. Here we go. That's going to burn out and grow fat. Excellent. Now, Dragon. I mean, you could Siren Song up there just to play it. Just to get the pyre to kill that guy for no good reason. So, some Seeming Blade Stone. Wicked cool damage. Frozen Lance means that's a kill, which means that's some free gold. Very nice. Oh yeah, we need reform before we can bring back our bounty guy, but we've still got space. No, he's size 2, isn't he? If I put him in front, that's fine. Train Steward on the top floor, because it's trash. So Frostbite's bringing that down quite a bit. It's quite useful. 32, 17. Let's keep making the bigger one big. Let's bring back our Bounty Stalker with Burnout 2. We've got enough to sap, but we don't really need to, so... I mean, it's another spell though. And then soak up some damage. Good boy. Oh, it's Frostbite that's getting the kill, not the Paraffin Thug. What a dolt I am. It's good to see Frostbite being useful though, that's always nice. Now, these aren't killing, but they're softening up. 6 more damage, 37, that's just not quite enough, so... Train Steward it is. There we go, Paraffin Thug's finally getting me some free gold. So, 154, that's not a great deal. Let's stick with the plan, get the big one bigger. Now, do we sap? That's gone to 305, that's quite the boost. That's probably a good move. And we'll pop a Bounty Stalker in. 440. Pretty close. Oh yeah, we took 1 damage. Never mind. So, a couple of Scourges in there. Is that going to matter? Oof, nearly enough to grow that one again. Maybe I should have grown the smaller one a bit just to make sure. Although, let's play out the Bounty Hunter. Let's play the big one. It grows and it kills the Bounty Hunter, so he gets more damage. And then we Frozen Lance, and then we play the small one down here, and it grows. Nifty. Now, it's a cheap spell on the ground floor. We don't have any spell weakness though, which is what it really desires. Cuttle Hex applying Frozen to a random card in your hand. We can stick it on a higher floor, and if it hits the... well, whatever it hits is pretty useful, because it just brings removes them from the pool of cards I can draw. So it's adding to my hand size. Now, if that dies, it summons 2 drafts. But then, if there's more enemies after that would attack, they'll just kill the drafts before they can do anything. So it's kind of tricky to use unless you're killing it yourself, but we've got ways of doing that. We have got ways of doing that. Let's go for a remnant host. We're just having a chill, fun time. Picking things, seeing what's what. Removing train stewards. All the good things in life. Ah, I can remove the vengeful shards, but then I don't get the buff. Remove consume. Nothing. Cheaper spell. Making Guardian's Amulet cheaper. Making the other reform cheaper. Why not? Let's reroll. Double stack could go on apply dazed 6 perhaps, or apply sap 6. Sap 6 does buy you a lot of time against the bosses, maybe. Although I've got frostbite, have I? What about that stealth boss that's always a pain in the butt? Could be good as an emergency, maybe? Question mark. I've got lots of gold. Although, if it comes to that, then maybe I want Siren Songs, just so that if the boss gets to the top floor, they're dazed and they take 30 damage. So if they've got less than 180 left, am I going to do more than 180 if I sap 6? Let's make it cheaper. A lot of experimentation in this run. Yeah, this is the boss I'm worried about. Perhaps I'll set up on the top floor. Spikes I don't mind so much because the remnant units quite like dying. Okay, let's see. I mean, these stealthy guys anyway encourage setting up on higher floors. So let's try that. Start burning out our bounty hunter. And let's see, so we'll pop the Cult Hex back there, just... Oh, it's got attack, so it's going to die to the spikes. Oh well. If only I had ways of dealing with that. And then Paraffin Thug gets the kill and the gold. Now we'll play that for no effect other than to get some extra armor. Because that's a nice effect. Right, now I can't really keep Cult Hex alive, can I? Unless I double stack sap 6. Oh, their spikes have been removed. They've been cleansed. Excellent. 23, 44. Let's grow those, because they've been doing good work so far. Form the old bounty stalker once more. And stick him on the top line. Now, dregs. Dregs. What do we want to do with you? Just play that for extra damage. That guy's had his stealth buff removed, but it'll kill a dreg unless I also sap. But then do I want to hold that so it becomes permafrosted? Probably. I'll sack the dreg. Blades. Small one can kill you. Very nice. You're burning out again, which is very nice. So yeah, I could play him behind a Dreg, like, but... Yeah, Dreg dies first, then that dies, then drafts spawn, then they attack. That guy gains 20 armor because of all the death that's happening. It's not ideal. That's a gold gain from Paraffin Thug. So let's kill you. Yeah, this guy's probably not going to work out for us, but who knows, maybe it will. Stops you from getting any armor. And then we don't need to play helical crystals here, we could just keep holding it. Because that bounty stalk is just doing so much damage. Now, 50 and 29. Together they could be deadly. Let's perform another drag just because. It's free to do. We've got space on the ground floor. No, we've got subsuming blades. We could keep one frozen. I mean, that one's coming back to our hand anyway. Let's just play them both. We lose the gold, but that way we can permafrost her in the crystal. So we're going to be in decent shape, I think, when the boss finally shows up on top. Now, let's rid ourselves of those. Increase the chance that Siren Song gets frozen, and it does. So yeah, we've got a lot of damage probably. Nice work, drafts. So all the stuff's gone already. Good job, everyone involved. Blades are just better damage than anything else. We haven't got a lot of armor on this guy. We haven't been casting a lot of spells though, but I did want to top floor it just to avoid this stealth bitch from doing her thing too badly. 154. See, this is... If only we could bring back a bounty stalker. It does 100 damage. Place it there and win. So, no point growing the blades. Is there any point playing anything else? Not really. Except that, perhaps. May as well play those out just for the tons of damage they offer, just to speed up the fight a bit. Although I could just ascend, apply days 3. 1, 2, 3. No, because we'll still take damage. Boop! Light's Gift. Interesting. Apply days when they enter the floor below the pie room. I'll take it. Enhance all spells in hand with +5 magic power. What does that benefit? Benefits frozen lances, because they deal damage. Benefits helical crystals for the same reason, but twice, because they deal damage twice. It benefits subsuming blades, and that's a good chunk of the cards I like playing. Devourer of Death. It builds up gradually as things die, and then when it pops, everybody dies. But it's more of a remnant. I mean, we are killing a few things here and there though. Fatal Melting deals damage equals 3 times number of friendly units. Sacred Wicks, just in case I don't get an early reform. And then it consumes itself out of the deck, so when I go through the deck the second time without my creatures, I've got more chance of getting them without Sacred Wicks, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Magic shop again? I mean, multi-strike would be nice, or a bounty stalker. We play a third spell of the turn, all cards. Oh my god, they're both spell things that are pretty amazing. What would I do with my extra upgrade slots? No, let's just give things magic power. So I'll play my non-damage spells first, and that increases the chances of the magic power buff being applied to the spells that matter. There's multi-strike. 85 times 2. Just like that. I could put a runestone on my guard to make him get 4 armor instead of 3. Maybe I'll give him a bigger butt. Also, upgrading burnout 1. Do I want to upgrade any others with burnout? Do I want to upgrade anything with endless? Or do I just want to give a big butt to my guard? I could put endless on Paraffin Thug. But why? To what end? He's not really dying before... Although he's going to start... Can it hurt? Have I got much else that I intend to do with gold? I'll have more gold by the time we start getting trinket shops, probably. Well, I say that, on fell now. Spell shield. It's not so hot. Set top floor, because we can at least frostbite to get this out of the way before anything reaches us. Although we could just play the bounty stalker and now everything's gonna die up there anyway. It's fine. Let's see. There's Harness the Titan. There's Molded. So we'll bring back our Bounty Stalker and play it. That's already one of our 3 spells played. We could play the other Molded just to trigger the spell count. And then we can Harness the Titan. And now they're dealing lots more damage. 6 more damage apiece. Which is just grand. Oh, wait a minute, their spell shields were all cleansed when they came into the train. Never mind. I kind of need things to get to the top floor, so I can play spells up there, so I can get armor. We also want to get all of our creatures out and about. It's got piercing, hasn't it? I laugh at your armor, little man. Days 3 on fell for no real reason. Now, he dies to the first. That dies. That doesn't die. There's no ideal way to do this. So if I don't play the drag, then that just dies to the second, and then that kills one of the drafts. We don't want that if we can avoid it. Although this way we get no drafts, but we might get some drafts this turn. Let's see. Bounty Stalker, eh? Don't mind if I do. And now everything up there's dead. Just enough damage on these to wipe out one of them. Which means the drafts will serve a purpose. May as well kill you to get some spells cast up here. bit more damage down there. Yeah, that'll do nicely. 59, 41, 110. Let's blink that guy out of existence. We'll reform. Yeah, because that's going to die now because it's got burnout. Cunning. Not terribly cunning, but what the heck. Just get one of the drafts out. Decided no one's. Oh no, we got them both out. And now they burn out next turn, so. Paraffin Thug's still going strong. He's a good lad. I think I'll play that there. It doesn't matter if it's not growing. What does it? That can block to prevent the draft from dying, and then it will die itself in a couple of turns, so it can be the draft's own blockers. Cunning. Yeah, we'll play that. We won't worry about the subsumed blade right now. We've got a pussycat jumped on the desk. Hello, Cherry Man. Little baby girl. So, how many times have we triggered that boost? I'm not sure. It's having an effect. I'm sure about that. Now, subsuming blades. May as well bonk them. Do we want to play these up here? Cool, Chris. That's 31 damage twice. We're getting close to killing that guy. I'm just ignoring the vengeful shards if I can. Trying to sit on the keyboard, little baby girl. It's a good little pussycat. Yeah, you are. Ah, it's fell herself. Now, let's bring back that. Just get some more drafts for no sensible reason. Although, yeah, that's reasonable damage. And then play that top floor. Draft it a bit, and they explode. See, it's how they roll. Sap 6. Let's just keep bringing this guy back and making him bigger every time. It's good, clean fun. Loads of damage in the blades. Oh, that's enough. Let's see how that plays out. So. Yeah, she just killed the drafts. They didn't really do a lot other than chump block. But that chump blocking was sufficient. Now, let's see. So we've got 100 coins. We've got a second bounty stalker. It's too late for another bounty stalker unless I dupe the first one. Do we want more draw? Do we want more energy? I mean, we're keeping cards, so it doesn't matter if we don't play everything every turn. Because that Cult Hex is having a bit of an effect. It's kind of cool. 24 cards. This is a bigger deck than I'd normally roll with. How much of it is necessary? I don't think Siren Song has really come into play. And I don't think the Remnant Host is that useful for this type of deck. Multi-strike 1. Very nice. Shame that I've already put Endless on you for no sensible reason. So I can keep Cult Hex alive longer. I just like giving all my units big butts, and I cannot lie. So, do we make spells cheaper so that Helical Crystallis can be played for free on this floor? I think we might. Heaven's Seal. No, I'm pinging him down gradually. 400 gold. Not required. There's a lot of big tanky boys on this floor. Oh, and these Scourge boys as well. Ground floor, ground floor. Let's see how this plays out. So this first couple of guys are probably going to go far. He's dazed. Now that's the ground floor solved. And this, well, that and then that boosts my spell damage a bit. Could have killed the collector there. Not that fussed about the goal. Oh, and it was dazed as well, I forgot about that. I mean, plan all along, etc. You know the drill. Uh, 7 damage to it, and then kills that. Still haven't reformed the old bounty stalker there. Where is it? There he is. Down he goes, big damage everywhere. Those just need to go. Piercing, you say? Cut Hex top floor. That guy's probably slipping through the net. Dazed now. If only had Siren Song in the deck. Never mind. Let's see. A second cat has jumped up onto the desk and is obscuring my Ember count. Let's have a look, we've got 2, that's fine. Did that even do out? I don't think it did. All is well. Brief respite? Don't need a brief respite. Do need a big old 290 damage bounty stalker though. That sounds like a thing that would be up my street. Could play the blades to hold them over, but one of them might get frozen anyway if I play out everything else. Oh, I should have started with that as the type. Spoon I am. Right, what you got for me, boss man? 25. So if I sap, that's minus 12 on his first hit. Now he's certainly taken 845 damage, very nice. Let's play out the other spells we can. Big boosts on all the damage. And the more things we play, the more armor we get. And suddenly the boss dies. Yep, Frostbite does the job again. Only one layer of it, but, well, one level of champion level ups, and it's still doing things nice for us. Don't need Preserve because we've got the Cussle Hex. Don't need anything there really. Endless with friendly unit. Engulfed in smoke plus stealth 2 to friendly units. So basically, you put holdover on it, and then you can just lock down a floor forever, or you can lock down 2 floors really. It's late in the run, but I'm taking another card. Let's see. And we're going straight for the magic shot. Hold over, engulfed in smoke, just like that. Make it free? Why not? Just like that. Reroll? No, let's leave the shop and actually look around. More gold. Trinkets. So, apply spell weakness 2 to enemy units when they enter the top floor. When a friendly unit dies, enhance it with +10. My bounty stalker does die an awful lot. I think that's pretty useful. Do a duplicate and just have 2 of them on different floors doing their thing. Could sit behind. Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous already. Sarah's going to make it a little bit weaker, but she's not going to do a lot, is she? Don't really need all those dregs now. Don't really need Sacred Wicks anymore, but it'd be nice having the early bit. Better probably than a dreg. Dreg can go, and let's see if we can get our first Stygian Guard win. Seraph the Temperate, let's go. Right, is that a sweeper? No, it's a multi-striker. Still a pain in the bumhole. But if he never hits us, then we've got lots and lots of ways to make sure he never hits us. Maybe I'll set that other bounty stalk on the top just to catch these light wings that slip through the net. Now we're taking no damage. Lovely. You look at my fingers for a moment. Silly little pussycat. And he's sitting on my mouse cable again, baby. There we go. That's what I was looking for, the old bounty stalker. Another one. Still haven't got my paraffin thug though. But this protects. Oh, I mean, that guy didn't need protecting. What a foolish manoeuvre that was. Play everything. So that guy's made it to the top. Where are you, paraffin thug? There you are. Where are you, reform spell? Nowhere to be found. But subsuming blades will do in a pinch. No damage there, thank you very much. Just like that. Just like that, I've shut off all the damage. Have I got space up here for you and a bounty stalker? I have. Right, top floor's covered. I can just keep putting stealth on this floor. And yeah, Seraph shouldn't be able to do an awful lot. Really. That's all of my bounty stalkers back. Now we can start doing some sensible amounts of damage. Oh, I made that guy large. What a fool I am. That's going to have to go on that floor. But he's got stealth, so he's still going to stab the heck out of everything. Most things. Let's see. Let's grey them a bit. And play out some spells. Put down a drag. Just for the fun of it. So. Let's keep that stealth going. Let's wipe out some things that are in the way of Seraph. yeah, the other floors are not an issue at this stage in time. So there we go, that's enough to allow a bit more damage on the boss. 300 of a life on already. I've got a bit of frostbite on. It's not much, but it's a start. There we go. We play Harness the Titan first. We bring back a Bounty Stalker. The bottom line. Just throw some extra damage on Seraph, maybe? Yeah, and then we'll hold on to Sam. She's gone at the top, what's she going to do up there? Let's bring back your Stalker, put that up top as well. Oh no, because I made him large, I literally just got through this. So we'll just play out most things, I think. Final wave. She ain't dead yet. He ain't dead yet. Again. Crystals. Crystals. Suddenly he's looking a bit closer to death. Bit of sap. Oh, those saps cancelled out by the stealth, basically. So that's a bunch of damage. Lots of screen shaking. But we've got some work to do. How much work do we have to do? 182 work to do. So, can we simply stealth and kill? We can. We'll play another Bounty Stalker, although we should have done that before we stealthed if we were doing things properly. But then let's just subsuming blade him for the hell of it. Wouldn't be Stygian if we didn't finish with the spell, really. And that is my first ever win at any Covenant level with the Stygian Guard. It's been not exactly a roller coaster ride. I've only played as them once, I think, and then I thought I'd save the win for on camera, but we've unlocked a lot of gold cards. We've unlocked the Lodestone Totem, so we can sap every time we play a spell, and enemy units enter Frostbite 2. Well, that takes care of the little guys for you straight off, so that's not bad. Intent on death, trigger units extinguish ability without killing it. Now, if I'd had that with holdover on the Bounty Stalkers, friendly units gain extinguish, apply armor 5 to the front friendly unit. Interesting. Ping! And ping, 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 ping. Lovely. So that's where we stand at the moment. We've got plenty left to do. The goal is basically get to level 10 on everyone. Then we'll start worrying about getting Covenant victories. I'm not sure if I'll worry about getting Covenant 1 on everyone, then start the proper climb, or if we'll just start the Covenant climb. We'll see. We'll see how it decides to go. And hopefully you'll see it with me next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.